Welcome back to another Voltz quick tip tutorial. I'm your host Cybercopy, and today I'm going to be showing you how to launch missiles. So I have a little town I built over here set up for us to launch the missiles at. See down there? Alright, so there's three types of missiles. There's tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3, which is like nuclear, antimatter, red matter, tier 3. Tier 2 is just an enhancement to tier 1 mostly. Alright, so first of all, you're going to want to type in launch in your little search. And that will come up with the launch platform tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and then your launch control panel. You'll need tier 1 and a launch support frame tier 1. So to make the launch platform, we'll need bronze with a steel plate in the inside, which I have already made one, but I will show you another one. Let's get this done real quick. And there you go, launch platform. That's what we'll need. We'll need a launch control panel, which is a circuit, glass, and wire. Make a circuit, bronze, redstone, and wire. So let's turn this into wire. Let's make a circuit, bronze, middle, there, and there's a circuit. Now we need the glass and one more circuit. Glass like a pants, circuit in the middle, and wire on the bottom. And that gets your control panel. And now support frame, we don't need it, but it helps a lot. You don't need it at all to launch a missile. I'll show you two types, one without and one with. So let's go ahead and, I have some heat generators over here, lava underneath. Let's put the control panel down so I can start getting some power. You need to feed them power so they can actually launch the missiles. It takes quite a while to build up, actually. Should have started that earlier. No, it's actually okay. And then we'll want to put the launch platform down right there so it's connected. And now we'll need something to get our target acquired. So let's type in radar. There we go. Radar gun. And that is a basic circuit, steel, glass, and a button. So let's make another circuit. That's bronze plate, center, glass. Wait, no, wrong. Redstone. Yeah, that's enough. And copper wire. There we go. That could have been embarrassing. Glass on the tip, steel for the handle, and there's a radar. This also needs to be charged. So let's just find somewhere, plop it in. Wrong side. Let that charge up a little bit while we do that. Okay, so now that that's charging, I have some missiles already built over here. So let's grab a couple of those. And one tier 2 missile, which you can't even use, I don't think, on the tier 1 platforms. Actually, I guess you can. I've never tried that. I just upgraded mine. Take it out like so. See if that radar gun's good. That's enough power. Let's go get a target. Let's hop up here on my platform so I can get some target. Right click where we want to shoot. Right about there. Now go back to your launch panel with the radar. Point at your control panel, right click, should be coordinate information transferred, which is good. Let's get this charging up again. Now let's toss in a missile. You're also going to need a lever. Do I have some wood left? No, I do not. Well, that's fine. We'll make shift. We'll put some of this down here. We need a dirt. Yeah, my bad. I should have had a lever. So, whatever. This works too. You need some way to activate that. And now that we have coordinates in, we have rocket in. Let's check if it's full power. It's full power, ready to launch. And there's no support frame, so if you look at here, it says inaccuracy 30 blocks. So when you launch it, it's, yeah, not going to be very accurate. You can kind of see it. Let me turn off the UI. There we go. And it took out that tree. That was pretty inaccurate, right? So let's go ahead and make the support frame. Actually, we already made it. My bad. Let's put the support frame on. It goes on the back like so. And now when you look at it, it says 15 blocks inaccuracy, which is way better. Tier 2 gets a lot more. I think it's like down to 7 when you put the support frame on. And Tier 1 is 1 block. It doesn't miss. Let's try to launch this Tier 2 missile. I don't think you can launch it, actually. So let's try it last, just in case it blows up in our face. But let's let this recharge real quick and launch our next missile. And this is going to be a quick tutorial, but I kind of want to show you the missiles just a little bit. Alright, should be fully charged. Launch that puppy off. There you go, I can see it. Oh, it missed, but it was way better than that last one. That's a pretty big explosion, right? Yeah. Now let's try this tier 2 missile. I don't think it can launch though. I really think you need a tier 2 platform. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I probably am wrong. I haven't played around with missiles too much. I've been more trying to get my base ready and everything. It's concrete on the ground. It can withstand tier 1 missiles. Not tier 2 though. And almost there. Almost ready. We'll get this charged up. We'll launch this off and see what happens. Countdown. 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright. Launch. Okay, it does launch. So my bad. You can launch lower tier or higher tier missiles on lower tier platforms. I guess it's just very inaccurate like so. Where did that even blow up? Let's go check that out real quick. So, yeah, there's also another way to launch missiles. You can only fire tier 1 and tier 2. That was terrible, but that took out that's pretty cool. Alright, it's making a rocket launcher. You can just search that, see how to build it. It's pretty expensive. It requires a lot of like tier 3 items and a cruise missile launcher. So yeah, that's pretty much how you're going to launch your missiles, building these little platforms. The higher up tier platforms, the more accurate they are. Apparently, you know, I was wrong. You can launch higher tier missiles on lower tier platforms. So I hope this helped you out in some way. And thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And, you know, leave comments if you want to see something else. And I will see you next time.